Hi, it's Wednesday, and for some reason the sun is really bright, even though I have a mirror blocking the window. Yes. And before I go on my video, which is very exciting to me, I just want to say that we had an earthquake today. Well, it was, I guess the epicenter was near Ottawa, in Canada, and we felt it here, and I was in the middle of class. My teacher was just like so freaked out. She's like, "That didn't make you like unnerved and stuff?" I was like, "No, it's just the whole building shook." But I think it's fine because nothing fell over. So just yeah. And other than that, on Sunday was the finale of the Tudors, which is the most depressing thing ever. I cried. I'm not even joking. I cried because people died. I didn't want them to die. I knew Henry was going to die, but I didn't think this other guy would die during the finale. But I guess I had to because it's really important. And I'm pretty sure Emily can guess who it is by the way I'm reacting. But yeah. So in honor of the Tudors ending, I'm going to share the history of the Tudors with you. Really just King Henry and his wives and the children they had. Henry had an older brother, Arthur, who married Catherine of Aragon, who was Spanish, so they had an alliance with Spain. And then on their honeymoon, he died, which left Henry as the heir. And he and Catherine had a great friendship, and they wanted to get married, but Henry's father said no, so they waited until after his father died when Henry became king, and then he married Catherine of Aragon. They had Mary Tudor, who later become Bloody Mary because she killed everyone. So basically, she's quite awesome in the Tudors and quite not awesome in real life. And then, because Henry realized that Catherine of Aragon could not have any more children because she had like 50 million stillborns and stuff, he needed a new wife, so he annulled their marriage after breaking with the church, and all of this terrible stuff happened. And then he married Anne Boleyn, who I love so much. And she had Elizabeth in 1533, and that was the only child she had that survived anything. But then she was later called a witch and all this other stuff, treason, and was executed in 1536. And then, like, pretty much a couple days later, or the day after, or something, Henry married Jane Seymour, who was the love of his life, and that's who he is buried next to. And then she had Edward, his only son, not counting the, like, stuff from Bessie Blount and stuff, in 1537, and yes, he would later become king and then die at the age of 15 or something, and everything went horribly wrong after that, until Elizabeth took over as queen for, like, a lot of years, like 40-something, I think, and yeah, but yes. But then Jane Seymour died after giving birth to Edward, and then people wanted him to remarry, to make alliances and stuff, so he was pretty much talked into marrying Anne of Cleves, who he thought looked like a horse, but then he later divorced. Well, it wasn't really divorced, it was kind of like the marriage never existed because she was pre-contracted to someone else, so he treated her like his sister, and she got lots of money and houses and stuff. Henry married Catherine Howard, who was only like 16, 17, and he's like 40, and she obviously didn't want to marry a fat 40-year-old when she's a teenager, so of course she had affairs and stuff, and then she was executed because of treason and blah blah blah. He remarried he didn't remarry. Well, no, he did remarry. But married for the first time Catherine Parr, who did not want to marry him and later married Thomas Seymour, I think is his name. And yeah. But then he didn't have a chance to arrest her for heresy like people were trying to get him to do because he died. Yes, he died. January 28th, 1547. Henry VIII died. Hope you guys didn't mind listening to me ramble about the Tudors. I will see you all next week.